Time is a concept that is essential for every person to grasp, but it is difficult for young children to understand, as it is not something that they can work concretely with or manipulate. As children develop, they do form a basic understanding of what time is, the duration of which something happens. As young children, their mother may say to them that they can play for 5 more minutes and then they must bath. But at school, the teacher has the role of expanding on the concept of time and giving learners the ability to understand the passing of time, sequencing, and using time vocabulary correctly. Passing of time is how long time takes in between different events. Sequencing refers to how events occur in particular order. It is important for learners to understand that things happen in order along a timeline. For example, stories, the growth of a plant, babies inside the mother growing, days of the week, months of the year, and so on. There are also daily events that happen in a particular order. Children should be introduced to sequencing events early on. At preschool level, they should be able to discuss the calendar daily. When it comes to time vocabulary, it means being able to know what a minute, hour, day, week, month, and so on mean. With young learners, start with informal methods of time, such as sundials, sand timers, and cooking timers. These instruments can be used to demonstrate the passing of time. Show the class where the shadow falls on the sundial at the beginning of the day, at break time, and again at the end of the day. The children will notice how the shadow is falling on different numbers each time because time has passed. A sand timer and cooking timer can be used in the classroom. You may turn the sand timer over or set the cooking timer to a time at the beginning of an activity and tell your class that the activity will be over when the sand runs out or the timer goes off, and this will show them that the time has passed. Next, start discussing the clock. Ask learners what they already know about clocks. Talk about how many seconds there are in a minute, minute in an hour, hours in a day, days in a year, and so on. Then discuss the different features on the clock, such as the numbers, the hands, and so on. Explain the difference between the long and short hands. Tell them that the long hand is the minute and the short hand is always the hour. You already spoke about how there are 60 minutes in an hour. Show how this is displayed on the clock by counting in 5s. It is important to also discuss the digital clock. Children come into more contact with digital clocks than analog clocks these days, and so it is important to explain the aspects of a digital clock and teach learners how to read a digital clock.